6 pounds and 4.5 ounces. This includes the H2, no caps on the reptilia mount, which I weighed to be 5.1, but I hadn't quite put all the screws in yet. So this is just under 6 pounds. SBA3 brace. Shitty staking. Ambidextrous safety. Gritty trigger. We replaced the ugly Daniel Defense grip with the rubberized MOE grip and the aluminum trigger guard. The only complaint here is the hole's a little high, but that's got to do with the overall depth of the lower. Mistimed handguard. See, it's hanging a little bit to the right. That's the really fancy, expensive quad rail with a removable lower portion. I think it's for mounting M203 grenade launcher. 10.3 inch barrel. Pinned gas block. Can't quite see the pin. The Daniel Defense flash hider. I got the same one on my gun on the pin and weld, the longer version, and it's nitrided. This one, it's not entirely clear what the finish is. So, you know, this is attached with the 6 screws on each side, 2 from this side, 1 from the other. Basically a mil-spec lower parts kit, with the exception of this cast one-piece cheap magazine catch. Very disappointed with that being on this gun. Minimal play. Plastic door. This is what I consider the most modern style forging. Pay a lot of attention to different forgings. I like stuff to match between my different rifles. Schmid tool trigger group with a neutered full auto style versus the burst style. For those of you who know what that means. Low shelf lower. Mag well is on center, more or less, a little biased to the right. Wall's a little thinner on the right side. Not gonna measure anything, but just an overview. All the controls are parkerized. H buffer. This white spring doesn't look like the Colt where it's got that straw color. Note, the forward assist assembly is pinned as it should be. Daniel Defense's own ambidextrous charging handle. I believe it's theirs. I haven't seen it on anything else. Not the prettiest, but works well. Of course, the barrel is cold hammer forged. Chrome lined, phosphated. Guy's a little dirty. Hard to tell if it's got the dry film lube over the phosphate. I know my Daniel Defense bolt carrier group did not. MP marked. Looks like a standard thin wire extractor spring with, boy, this is filthy. I think I already got it dirty and I ran about 200 rounds through it yesterday. I ended up with a 6-inch group at 200 yards using M193. I don't know if that's typical. Took a few tries to get the 0. Seemed like I was chasing it a little bit. I think the ammo's pretty inconsistent. I'm not gonna be able to show you much here with it being so filthy, but that's all chrome lined. Staking is whatever. I've been seeing these screws that have that really flat top and kind of eccentric hex and the stake into the rear of center on the screw on Microbest, and I've been told a couple of times, including by people that work there, that those are Microbest. So, you know, that's whatever. And this guy is from, I want to say 2021. See if I'm missing anything. QD socket, not rotation limited, steel, phosphate finish. Sixth position like most of them. It looks to me like it's forged, which they don't say so, but I don't know, for some reason when I see that shit, it makes me think it is, as opposed to the impact extrusion. I'm not entirely clear on the different manufacturing methods on these tubes compared to the rest of the gun, so that's whatever. It looks like it did have dry film lube inside. It's very, very slick. Got some numbers here. And what is this? Anchor Harvey or something like that, forging house. Note that it's the same thing on the arrow uppers. You got this segment here is like a straight line, where on a lot of other forgings it's a curve, like on a BCM. I mostly associate this with my arrow uppers. They're the only ones that look like this. T marks. Oh, you got some writing here. How's the Rion? Pretty fucking slick. Love this mount.